Alright, so back with some recorded games. Oh yeah. And don't know what I'm gonna play. So I am, unless I get someone very early come in with a request, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think that will happen very soon. I am just going to quite literally randomly generate it. So there's 1 to 9 factions. Let's see what it gives me. Press it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We've got a 3. Stats, faction number 3. Probably going to be Starks. Hey, Starks again. Alright, okay, so let's jump into the power ranking. Playing against Crohn's today, who is rated about 1600. So, you know, it's heavily weighted in my favour. Doesn't mean obviously it's an auto win. I've got to think about what I'm going to do a little bit still. But gives me like, a little bit of an understanding. I'm going to run a Brynden Blackfish list, I think, today. I like the idea of a Brynden list, and I'm going to pair that with a Rickard list. Now, the Rickard list I've already got kind of planned up, so that's fine. But I'm thinking of a Blackfish list that I'm thinking we should run today. So let's have a little look. We've got Blackfish. He comes with set for charge, refuse to use war cry. So I think we're going to do a little bit of the memes. And we're going to run the Stormcrow Dervs. Because, you know, if you're going to be a dick about it. Got Warcry refuse to yield. I really quite like Brynden with let's go for Mormont Bruisers. I don't like the double melee. Maybe I just move straight for the Stormcrows. I don't like the Stormcrows. I'll think about that a little bit in a second. I'm going to invest straight into Golden Company Crossbowmen because I think they're a good range unit, and range units are good at the moment. Let's jump in Aria because we are running a retreat style list.
Hey there.
I'm there, bro. How you doing?
No, not bad, not bad.
Cool, man. Cool. I'll just be 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's run Baelish because Baelish is Baelish. Let's run Cat because Cat will
No,
work.
I just saw your mouse waving around, so I thought maybe you were muted and trying to say something. And yeah, good.
Haha. Building a list quickly and just thinking about how I'm going to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun and games, isn't it? It's fun and games.
It is fun, and it's games.
Games and fun.
I want to do this. That's kind of interesting.
Double stand your ground kind of sucks. Double stand your ground kind of sucks completely. I think I'm gonna go for a bit of a classic combo now. It's becoming the Tully Cavaliers with the Fortune Seeker, Glory Seeker. Actually, I'm actually gonna mix it up. I'm gonna go for the Winterfell Guardian. I think. Because I want the Dauntless. I want the Dauntless in this game. I think the Dauntless is going to be more useful. And then I'm thinking about like I'm thinking to be a right dickhead, and I'm thinking I go for the set for charge Stormcrow Derv combo with Bran and Hodor. So not running the Shaggy combo, but running this combo here. Problem is that leaves me to short for Brynden Tully. Brynden Tully and the Golden Company Crossbowmen might not be bad. Oh, but I really want to run the Cannon Bowman there. So unfortunately that means dropping these out. So let's go for... Let's go for the... Let's go for Brynden Tully, but we'll run it with the... I think we're going to run it with the Berserkers, I think. And that leaves a 5-point unit. And a 5-point unit that I want to sustain I don't have the combo is the problem here though. I'm not running the combos. And I'm not getting the synergy that I want. So I'm actually going to run Brynden Tully, controversially, in the Tully Sworn Shields. It's not really the combo I want though. But it'll probably do, and then that gives me 5 points left over. And I think I'm going to be picking up a unit of just a basic Dark Sworn Swords, I think. Just need some more frontage, with a bit of bite as well with the cat combo. Not running Lyanna in this combo. So yeah, we're going to try this. I don't think this is an amazing list. It does kind of what I want it to do though. Yeah, we'll see. I really would have liked to have squeezed Eddard in, but I don't have the pointage. I could remove the Cranoban Warden, putting in like Rickon here as an example, Rickon Osher. Dumping this out, dumping out Peter maybe, and bringing in Eddard, and then give me the 3 points for Shaggy. I don't know if this is a better list, but it's certainly a kind of more interesting list that I want to try and run. I don't know if Brynden just dropping him out of the Tully Sworn Shields. I want a defensive unit, but I don't think that's the defensive unit I really want. Hold the line cast arcs is good, but the double down on the same ability is just bad value, and I don't like having double down on abilities. That is just bad value. I'm going to pick up a unit of Mormont Bruisers, I think. They're not as defensive. They kind of get killed, but they've got the counter strike and they don't offer the rerolls. I'm going to go for the Bruisers this game. I don't know if the Bruisers are good. Do I keep Rickon Osher and the Shaggy, or do I change to the other infantry? I am going to run the Kranigman because I want to control the board, and I am just going to run no Eddard. Running the Baelish to free up the 2 more points to put in the Stark Sworn Swords. The other option is Lysini, but Lysini are not what I need in this list. So let's call this Black of Fish. And we'll go for that there. The Black of Fish list. Fun. Right, now my opponent has challenged me. How you doing, Crohns? I'm just got my list sorted there, buddy.
Alright.
And I've got this here. This other list is top there. A list that I've been trying out. Yeah, let's go for that.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. I will try the list I want to run. Yeah, we'll do.
I'll have to get another drink as well.
Yep.
Hi, Data. I will be randomly talking to chat, by the way, for those people who ask questions or anything like that. So.
Yep.
Ooh, lovely water noises.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah. That is the beauty, having water. Can't watch for too long, says Data. That's fine. You don't have to watch for long. It's recorded. You can watch it back later on. The best part about this is not having a glass of water. It's about having ice cubes to go with it. Glorious.
Ooh,
glorious
that is nice. We'll do these two.
I'm slightly mental because I will literally crunch ice cubes in my mouth. Like, I get ice cubes out of the freezer and just eat them. Yeah. It's one of my, you know how people have like that.
One of my good friends used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My partner, when we first met, she was like, "How does that not hurt your teeth?" And I'm like, literally can't feel it. Like,
yeah,
it's just a bit cold.
Because it's numbing it. Yeah. Ah, here we stand. Interesting.
Very interesting, actually. Yeah, so you're running the Martells. You got an Obi list and a Doran list. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see if there's anything within the list picking phase that I think is worthwhile considering.
Brendan Tully. Regard.
Okie dokie.
So I'm fighting Tully Cavaliers regardless.
So yeah, I mean,
got Arya, Catelyn, so same
he runs a
NC
7
both
and a
ways.
7. He runs Doran in neither lists. He runs the double Alaria, Baelish in both. Tycho versus the Arrow Hotel Vipers combo. He runs the Sand Skirmisher Spearlord. That's going to be a threat for me.
Nothing super
kind of want to sync that with the Tully Cavaliers early. I do control the crossbowmen, and the crossbowmen do kind of shit on some of his other stuff though as well.
Warning to Overwatch.
So yeah, I don't like the Arrow Hotar combo. I think that might be difficult. The
gives you that.
Oberyn Royal Guard is something I can kind of beat around. Obviously, this list I think is more designed for it. Right, Ricard Karstark in this list, but I don't like it against the Obi list, so I'm going to pick the Blackfish as I intended to. I've got mine.
Yep.
Oops. Yep. Blackfish versus Doran.
Yeah.
I could, of course, just pick the 8 activation versus one of his 7s, and it's an 8 versus 7, so I have an innate advantage. But you know, I'll mix it up a little bit.
Bum, bum, bum.
My dog is weird. He's obsessed with ice cubes, but he doesn't crunch them. He swallows them whole. He comes running from across the house if he hears the ice cube dispenser and swallow dozens. Yeah, my dog used to be like that. She used to just absolutely love playing around. She wouldn't eat it. She would literally pick it up and like throw it around
Blackfish
the room
has separate charge.
She used to love playing with them.
I'll see how it feels.
Yeah.
Warcry. Yep. Okay.
All right. Roll for Terran.
Yes, sir.
Not the city or region of like.
Haha.
A 2. Not a 2. A 2. A 2.
But it was a true 2. Let's see. So you got that. So what do I want to do here?
Yeah. So the reason I'm bringing these back is I'm not expecting them to be majorly popular for people to watch. But you know, that's something that people can watch back afterwards as well. That's the lists. People. Cool. Come on, you can do it. It's right there. Don't know why. There we go. Cool. Bog right in the middle.
Yep.
Okay. That is fine by me. Let us go for a. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Let's go for a low wall just there. Yeah, Carly, that's absolutely fine. It's what I'm here for. Play games, give the opportunity for people to have fun watching them. And if they're recorded, more fun could be had. Yeah, I'm going for that wall there, buddy.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go with...
Anyone, if there's any problems with levels or anything, just let me know. If there's anything you want me to do differently on the stream, just let me know as well.
Low wall over here.
Low wall over there. Oh, mirror, okay. Okay, just mirroring. Mirroring.
Mirroring.
Mirroring. Alright. Okay. In which case, we'll do the thing that no one should ever do when it comes to these kinds of things.
Oh, it did not load my tactics deck. We did that fast. Let's see. I can get it fast by. Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna just put stakes there, but do I put stakes there? I should think about this. Yeah,
Yep.
stakes there.
Where are you?
Roll for.
Oh, one second, I'm getting my deck really fast. I didn't load it in.
Spawn with your list?
Yeah. It always does it with Dorn for some reason.
Probably means it's an error. I'll blame Carlo.
That's fair.
I rolled a 6. Get wrecked.
I probably will. Let's see.
Yeah, he's fine. You roll a 6. That's normally what happens. See, told you.
Oh!
A 1.
A 6.
Do you want to choose board side or do you want to choose turn order?
Let's see. I'll choose sides.
You should have chose turn order.
And I'll take this one.
Okay, cool. So the intention here was
so
to load the board this way.
Again, you got
play
Sworn
with the
Swords naked,
using them kind of defensively, but also using it as an outlet if I need to for
bruisers. Okay,
controlling his push.
All right, so we will
because he's going to split the middle.
Start off with the Outriders.
Yep.
And we'll go like so. Okay.
Yep. Let's go for Brindy Boy. Right there.
Brindy Boy. Okay. Yep, we'll go with the skirms.
I can, Ilya.
Like so. Go. I think. Go a couple inches back. Okay. Yeah, just going right here, just a little bit back. You're good.
Yeah. You're in back there. Okay. I'll put a unit Stark Sworn Swords over here.
Okay, Stark Sworn Swords right there.
Yep. Yes, Stark Sworn Swords just there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with the dervishes right here.
Dervishes right there. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Let's go for the Cavaliers. Right there.
Yep.
Niels?
Yes, sir. We're gonna do the Vipers. Where do I want the Vipers?
Okay.
I think we'll go
So he's going to try and make a heavy push on the right. Doran is very maneuverable. He might go in the middle here. If he does, that's like the most basic thing he can do. And he's probably going to book a push with the skirmishers to beat
We'll go over here.
my Brendan unit. Well, I quite like the Eddard with the shaggy dog, but I think I lose the influence. Okay, cool. And I'll put my Cranagman Warden unit just here, bud.
Yep.
Let's go right there.
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie then.
Okay.
I get to choose first turn after drawing 3 cards.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that is an interesting set of cards. And it's even more interesting when I say to you that you can go first. Good luck, bud.
Okay. Yeah, you too, man. Have fun. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
You good?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right. We are going to.
So I might just remove the palette. I might remove, after saying all that with the stakes, I might just
activate Peter.
The stakes thing first thing. Yeah.
And we'll take the bags. Oh, you have Catelyn now. We'll just do letters. And we will pop a weekend onto these guys.
Sure.
The crossbows. Draw 2.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to remove it, unfortunately. Okay. I'll activate Arya.
Yep.
Take the swords.
Yep.
Delete.
Yep.
Yours?
I just started turn. I will, sorry. I was going to put Runish Vengeance onto the crossbows.
Absolutely fine by me.
Okay. And let's see. We start scoring points round 2, I believe, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So he's most likely going to leave me with crowns open at the end of the round. Like, he has some shenanigans with these units.
Okay. So we will.
Doesn't have swords, so he can't dump a load of
tokens. Activate.
Should probably take horses now with Ilaria to stop me getting movement.
Say Ilaria.
Sure.
We'll go to the horses.
Go for it.
And gonna move up 6.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
Activate Baelish and pass your turn. I don't have to activate Caitlyn yet. There's no, obviously doing that would really ruin me on the board state, and he's got Doran left, so he's going to do a maneuver with Doran or a retreat, a march with Arahota, potentially. Off the crowns or off the bags, it's kind of fine either way. I have the token removal. If he does play a right for act, I'm probably going to use it on the crossbowman though.
Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and okay. Let's
please
activate Doran.
Yep.
And we will zone replace.
Mm-hmm. This is an interesting decision because he's putting himself in a position where I can just charge him. He would have to activate to retreat out. And there are negatives to do so, but I can position myself in a way that negates his positioning. So I don't really know what his plan is here. I also have the bags take afterwards.
Go like...
So I can protect myself. So I'm not particularly worried about this as a move. I don't really know what his plan is here.
Yeah, I'll go like this.
Okay. My turn?
Yeah.
Cool. He almost certainly has June. That is a June Tactics pickup with the crowns, but it's like I just remove so much more damage by charging him than he does by, or than I do by being charged by him. Okay. Let's have a little think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I activate him, I can always get the heal off later on in the turn, and he can't one-shot me with his unit if I just charge him. Can Cunning Ploy into a one-shot, potentially, but I can pivot to get the low wall. Yeah, happy with this charge. I'll activate the Darksworn Swords.
Yep.
I will declare a charge action onto Harmonella.
Okay.
Okay.
Superior positioning.
Superior positioning. It's a 2, so it's disorderly. And I become vulnerable, correct?
Yes.
Come to here.
Mm-hmm.
6 dice, 7 dice
Yep.
on 4s. That would be 6 hits, and I take 4 back.
6 on 4s.
You take 4.
Blocking 4. Yep. 4.
And I take all saves on 4s.
Naturally.
You pass your test.
Yep.
What would you like to do with your?
Let's see. How many? So you took 4 hits. I'll use the vulnerable if you don't mind.
Vulnerable used.
Yep.
I'll take 1.
Okay.
Okay. Your turn. Unless there's anything after attacks. He's trying to spread me.
Let's
He's
see
going to try
here.
pulling more units over to the right side. I'm actually okay with this. I don't think he can charge block me. So he would have to pull Arrow Hotar out. I took limited damage from the starts on sword on the start.
I will activate these guys. The Outriders.
Yep.
Yep. I'll Cunning Ploy.
Sure.
And we will do a retreat with Ario's unit.
Yep. 6, 7.
All right.
You only ever seem to roll 6s or 1s for retreats, and I don't mean to say you.
Yeah,
I mean
it's very strange.
Mm-hmm. Cunning Ploy. Mine.
We'll go like so. Like that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Just gonna double check something.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Cool. So I'll position here, and you're currently my flank on Hotar.
Yep.
On the pivot. So it's now my turn.
Yes, sir.
I'll activate. Because I think now is the best time as any to do it.
Yep.
I'll activate my I can kind of do what I want here, can't I? You've got those 3 units. I'll activate cat. That's fine. I'll take the bags. I'll use cat to go onto the crossbowman, removing the weaken token, and I'll heal on the Starksworn swords. Your turn. So if I can kill the arrow units got to be the main target initially because of the way that Doran works. That should be fine for me. I'm expecting a June tactics on the from his hand. So it's just something to be wary of.
Always gone. Okay, we will activate Ario.
I could also. Oh, this is important because I could pull across.
And I'm just going to do a maneuver.
Sure.
We'll go, let's see if you have a Swift repo. Then you could Aria. And you could fit on my flank there quite easily. So we'll go 5 movement. We'll go like so.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie then. All right. I'll activate Bryndon.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking I might use an arrow this round. I'm not sure. I need to watch what he does with the sand skirmishes because I can potentially lock down the dervs with an arrow position on the Golden Company crossbowman at the top of his turn. That locks down the derv positioning, meaning I can lead into the Tully Cavalier charge, potentially double attack. He may retreat from the attack. That's fine. That's kind of what he should do because he has swift retreat. That would actually lead into a cav assault orders into his cavalry as well. Something to consider as an option. Is that Hotor and Vipers? Yes.
So we will activate here.
Yeah.
Sorry, will I take the skirmishers? I keep saying here. But...
Yep.
And Do I want to go there? Could just go a little up. Go right to there. Okay.
Happy?
Yep.
Cool. I will activate my unit.
Uh-huh.
I'll shift 2 forward and shoot you.
Yep.
6 dice on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Okay.
-1,
5 on
so
5s.
5s. Stripping. It's going to be 2
Very
ranks off the unit
nice.
in the first round. Ouch.
Panic.
On a 6.
Yep.
Yep, you're good. I'm very tempted to come across.
And
potentially very soon.
Yeah. Okay.
I may have a start turn.
Go ahead.
You've got no start turns you want to declare.
Let's see. Do not.
Okay. Okay, so let's see if I go to there. 5 forward. That gives me that there. Okay, cool.
All right.
Come to here. Comfortably in range, but you just walk out. That's fine. Alright. Okay. I will not use a start of turn. Your turn. Yeah.
Alrighty. So on activation is dervishes.
So curious what he's going to do here.
I don't believe where. No.
Because
okay.
I've got options to just charge his dervishes. If he comes forward on the dervishes, there's a chance the crossbowman can get a shot off onto him. Because it depends where he ends, unless he marches like here. If he doesn't, then I'm just going to smash him twice. Because I'll charge into him and then I'll assault his charge. Well, so I don't really know what his plan is here. One thing I have to be aware of is I'm spreading my damage actually, I'm spreading my damage out, which I don't actually like, but quite important here is I've opened well onto both units on both flanks. Arrow is the one I want to remove first. But if I remove Arrow, that means you shut down Doran, but it keeps the danger unit and the skirms alive, which are by far the most dangerous unit probably in the game, in this particular game state, except this unit. But it forces the Outriders to be very careful where they pick, left or right, to heal. So he should concatenate his list and bring it narrower, I think, to mean he can support more of the units. But I don't mind playing a bit wide because I've got area threat. Now I can say that
so we will just do a maneuver.
Area, but I'm not actually don't have to do anything with area. Why the gun?
And I don't think you can get to...
I actually genuinely think Golden Company crossbowmen are actually not trash.
You could have Swift Repo.
I like Golden Company crossbowmen, to put it bluntly.
So I think
I'm playing a lot of Natures recently, so of course I'd say that.
Maneuver to right here.
Okay, he's opening. He's giving me an opening here.
Oh,
I can.
Mickey, you're talking to me.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's fine.
You're good.
Give me an opening here. I can take advantage of. And I think I just smash him in the face.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just didn't want you to reveal what you were thinking.
You can. It's absolutely fine. You happy with your maneuver there?
Happy? Well, let's see. We'll go like so.
Okie dokie. Yep. Cool. Well, I don't have much to do, so I am going to activate the Tully Cavaliers.
Yep.
I'm going to declare a cav move on activation. Have you got anything to declare on activation?
I do not.
Okay. Rip. There's 6 or 5 even.
Mm-hmm.
And bada bing, bada boom, charge you in the face.
Yep.
There's a 6. I align to here.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. 10 dice, you know the drill.
Yep.
I got no on attack, you got no on attack?
Nope.
There's 1 miss, I'll re-roll it. It's still 1 miss. 9 hits.
Okay. 9 on 5s.
9 on 5s. Working 9 till 5. That's a lot of 5s. So it's 5. And then a panic on a 6 again. You love it.
Good, and let's see here. Yeah, we will. So automatic. So we pass panic.
Kind of want to retreat here because I want to get the second charge off.
Let's see.
I'm going to throw Winter is coming.
Okay.
Actually, I'm probably going to throw Winter's Might at the end of this turn.
If I elusive escape, you can just charge me in the top of the next round.
We'll see. See what it is. I definitely want to discard at least 1 card in my from my hand because my hand.
If I go, I'm not necessarily doing that. I just want to see what.
Get what I want.
So if I went back an inch, you couldn't pivot. You couldn't charge me in the flank. Then you could charge here. You could.
Ideally, I pick up a Dev Impact. That would be huge. My opponent's going to throw some cards though, so I'm expecting low dice roll. So I'll roll the 4 plus the 2s. 4 plus the 4.
I will not declare elusive escape.
Okay, that's interesting. No elusive escape.
No elusive escape.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right then. So we end the round.
Yes, sir. Round 2. I'll get rid of. Let's see here. I actually keep that. I should have played this. Oh well. Yeah. Okay.
I got rid of Winter's Coming and Winter's Might.
Okay. I'll draw a card.
I'll draw 2.
Okay. All right. Start of round.
Start of round. I have nothing.
Okay. Sand diplomacy. 1 second.
Sure. He's playing Sand Diplomacy. I'm going to target Crowns. He's going to target Swords. He's going to target Swords. I'm just going to Swords Baelish. I'll take the weakened. There's no impact taking the weakened. Actually, no. It's controversial opinion. I probably just Baelish onto bags, use the swords. And smash the dervishes with 6 dice.
Sorry, wife just got home. I'm saying hi. All right, yeah. So sand diplomacy.
Sure. Crowns.
Crowns, and I'll do swords.
Cool, sure. always the thing to pick. All right then. So, I like to take Baelish.
Yep.
I will take the Bagsby, the swords. Do that. Yeah, Bags uses the swords. Yeah, that's right. And then I'll attack with these, not the dervishes, the Tully Cavaliers. 6 dice on 3s.
Yep.
4 on 5s.
4 on 5s. I block 2, take 2.
Panic on a 6. Ooh, 2 more.
I'll unbowed.
To reroll what?
Let's see. I'll reroll both. I'll reroll just everything.
Everything? Okay.
Yeah. Rip. And then we're going to put... Oh, I can't take it. There it goes. Yep, we will put it onto the Tully Cavs. Fine.
Actually, it has to be in long range, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Tully Cavaliers with unbowed and unbroken on. That was my activation. It is now your turn. Have you got a start turn?
Do I have a start a turn?
Unless there's anything you want to do as a result of that attack, but
yeah, I don't.
Kind of happy just to do a standing assault as attack here potentially. If he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, we'll elusive escape.
Okay. That's
yeah.
fine. After the attack.
Yeah.
Come back an inch. Weakened, right?
Yes.
Yep. You have to go back a little bit further.
Actually, let's go back to right.
You will have to roll this if you go more than 6.
Yeah, I was thinking about something as I was moving back. Yeah, so yeah, so we will roll
1. You can go up to 12.
Okay, I can go anywhere I want. Let's see.
I can go anywhere I want.
Okay.
That's fine by me.
And
it's absolutely fine by me.
Don't go there. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So we are going to.
Your turn. Have you got a start turn?
Start a turn. No, I do not.
You do not have a start of turn.
Mm-hmm.
To declare. I also do not have a start turn to declare.
Okay. Let me check something. So, store location. That.
Over the wall.
Yeah, I wouldn't get rerolls. You'd be over the wall if you want to charge me, but that'd cancel out. If you have that, gives you thunder. That. Thanks. Be saving on 3 still. I take a wound, most likely. So we are going to go ahead and.
Okay.
I think we'll activate here.
He's going to activate his cavalry. He's going to charge in. Okay. Go for it.
The game lets me. There it goes. Okay. I'm staying outside of the Overwatch, right? If I just turn?
You have to stay outside of 12.
Ah, shoot.
Because it's within long range, and then I get to shift and shoot.
Okay. So...
It doesn't always mean I can necessarily shift and shoot. For reference, I can go... Right. Copy this. Paste it in, then recall it. I'm well aware that they are struggling. Let's just hit done. Right, that's just gonna just delete that. Oh wow, it didn't like that at all.
Yeah, it did not. It's all sorts of fucked up now. Oh no.
Is it doing anything in your end, or?
There it goes. It's back now. Whoa, now you have two.
Yeah, that's deliberate. That's deliberate.
Okay, okay. You're just checking to see if I'm paying attention. Now I have 2 crossbowmen. Now I have 3. Let's see.
Wow, it really didn't like me doing that with
let's see.
Some stuff there. Wow. That is legitimately loading forever. There's something you don't see very often.
That's not.
So if I just ignore that, the errors don't do anything from what I can tell.
Let's see here. Do you mind if I don't activate here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And it's still in the start of turn phase, right?
Yep.
Or are we? Okay.
Start of turn if you've got a start of turn.
Okay. We will start of turn scout openings onto here.
This unit.
Yep.
Okay.
We will also declare.
I'll declare an area token.
I was going to declare Peters once per game as well.
That's fine. You declare scout openings and you declare Peter.
Yes. Onto the swords.
Peter onto the swords. Yep. And scout opening onto my unit. And before you do anything, I now resolve area.
Yes.
Oh god, that's the problem. The ruler's disconnected from the model. So
oof.
Right. That would be what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's done that with all my... Is it done that with all units? No, just my Golden Company crossbowmen. Okay, I'm going to do us a favour. I'm just going to quickly reload the game, if that's okay.
Yep. You're fine.
Just because this is not going to work at all. That's fine. Just quickly do that. And while we do that,
okay.
Just talk to people there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Game is... Brilliant. P2P failed. Yeah, well, that'll be how that works.
yeah. So we're still...
why it's a Steam. Steam's doing an update. As in, it's the Steam disconnect of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Choosing to do this on a Tuesday was a mistake. For those for those people who don't know, Steam does a refresh on a Tuesday night.
I did not know that.
A few minutes.
I think it's been a while since you've done one of these live streams for games, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
Yeah. What prompted you to get back into it?
Quite literally, someone asked.
Fair.
Like, it really was a case of someone asking, and that's all it requires is someone asks the thing, and I go, cool, maybe I'll do that. And this isn't particularly much effort, and low effort things that people enjoy is stuff that I'll do.
Yeah. Ironically, I was watching one of your battle reports earlier today, and I was like, "Why hasn't he done one of these recently?" And then you asked one to play and then stream, and the heavens foretold.
And the heavens foretold.
Yeah.
So it clearly is struggling to load that segment of the save. Well, it's really struggling to load that. I hope people are enjoying themselves today.
Steam is not having it.
Steam is being Steam.
Steam clearly does not watch stats, right?
Steam does
when we're
not
doing
watch
this
stats.
right now.
No. Steam and stats are not friends.
Yeah.
Factually true, that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Stats and Steam, the opposite of buddies. So, as we're waiting for Steam to come back up, let's have a little look. I'll restart Tabletop Sim while we wait.
Yeah, I may as well too.
Always check the servers.
I wonder if I should just restart Steam, period. Let's try that.
Time for trailers. Trailers things. There we go. West Coast says work is much more tolerable now. Which is either a good thing, because I made your day tolerable, and I think Steam is up. No, I lie.
Yeah, I think it's definitely not.
Why do I always lie? Yeah, if people gaming makes your day more tolerable, get better days. No. Don't be sad. These are nice because you usually talk about the reasons why you're doing things. This is helpful as I've been building a new community, so new players benefit from this kind of thing a lot. Oh well, that's appreciated. That doesn't mean like I think people need to stop listening because not all advice is good advice. Not all things I say are good. I often go back on my own words.
Let's relaunch Steam. Let's see what that does. No?
No, it won't. It's just the servers. They're doing their refresh that they do.
I'll be right back.
Cool. And if you're watching at home, you can be right back as well. I won't be right back. I'll still be here because I'm sad. Let's see if this loads properly this time. Yeah, it's managing a lot more. It's a lot more capable on this particular load, so we'll use this one here. Then wait, we won't reset the load. There's no point. That's right. Thank you. Yeah. That's that right. Before your game crashed. Thanks for streaming. No worries. Mickey's word is some religion. What are you talking about? No, it's not. It's just opinion of a very opinionated individual. Not all advice is good advice. Mickey's best advice to date. That's true. Interesting fact. If I go back in this is just me completely flexing now. When I was a youth, when I was but a child, there was elections. There was the opportunity to stand for the youth parliament in the UK, and my mate stood. My mate went to get elected. He told me about it, and he said, "Oh, I'm doing this thing." I said, "Oh, that sounds really cool." And partially because I'm a bit of a dickhead, and partially because I'm a bit competitive, but also partially because I thought it would be interesting. I was like, "Oh, you know what? I don't know if anyone else will stand, so I'll stand against you." And now my mate is actually like really capable person and very like politically aware and stuff like that, and has good ideas. And he did his speech and things like that, and I just stood up and was like, you know what, these guys have said some great stuff. What I would offer is kind of similar to what they've said. Said a couple of things about like supporting young people into realizing opportunities and stuff, but then also making things more accessible in terms of like access to politics and information. And then I ended it all with like a bit of a rubbish speech, to be honest. And I ended it all with so yeah, thanks for coming along, guys. And ultimately, what's important is you get out there and you share your opinion, you share your vote, and get your opinion heard, because that's what the whole point of elections are. I proceeded to go along like a couple of days later when the elections were, and I voted for my mate, and went along to the results day, and I won, and I was like, what the hell? And the other schools and things vote for this thing as well, so I was the representative for Durham. But I realised afterwards that my name, because it's an A in my surname, unlike in real elections, what they do is randomise on every ballot paper, they randomise the order of the candidates. They didn't do that in our elections, and because I was an A, I was the top candidate for our region, the one on the top, and I'm 99% sure other places just voted for me because I was the one at the top of the list. And I've never felt more disillusioned by politics. But that was all come down to my advice, which was don't listen to me, listen to my friends, listen to my colleagues, listen to the other people standing, and listen to yourselves, because you guys have got all the good ideas. We're just the spokespeople. So yeah, I've literally won elections, partially because of my name, because it begins with an A, and partially because I told people that the best people to listen to are themselves. So I hate politics now. I was in the system and it was terrible. Don't do it. The book of Sir Mickey. Jesus, that's depressing. It's more about hearing the thought process so they can learn how to think about this game and go through a decision-making process as opposed to particular thoughts. Yeah, like there's one-off individualized moments of thought which are very important. But what matter is like what I believe matters is the thought process behind why you're doing the thing that you need to do. Because the reason you're doing the thing that you're doing is arguably more important than what you're doing. At least in my opinion, anyway. But then again, I am also a strange person. As I said, don't listen to me. Oh dear. That doesn't look good. It would appear that the unofficial Steam status, Twitter, if anyone follows Steam status on Twitter, which is unofficial, that is a bit of a serious outage, unfortunately.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But having said that, mine's just come back online. What a troll.
Ayo.
What a troll. There we go, guys. We're back into the game.
Alright. Let me get my Steam back up.
That's the most Mickey story of all time. It is. No, there is actually a more Mickey story than that. Alright.
There it goes. Alright, I'm loading back in the TTS.
Excellent. Yeah, the game's back up.
Cool.
There was a short delay, guys. A short delay in servicing. Normal service will now resume.
One. Not popping up for me in the servers. Let's see.
Give it a second. Just keep pressing refresh and it'll come back up.
Yeah.
Taken that. You'll have to do your dervish retreat again.
Okay.
Because it didn't save that on the board. I'll reset the Baelish onto swords. And I'd use an area token, and you'd used your order on the things.
Yeah, so I've used scout openings, and you're in the process of doing your...
Yeah, so you use scout openings at Baelish, and I'm using my order.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still not popping up, unfortunately.
Let
me restart TTS again.
No, yeah. Don't need to.
It's no games period are popping up for me.
Right, okay. So, hang on. I've just sent you a friend's request on Steam because I can invite you that way.
Oh. How could you have guessed my username?
I don't need to.
Yeah, it's in the game, yeah.
Well, I don't. It's not even that. Like, I can... you can add a previous player that you've played recently in a game with.
Oh.
You can add player. I play a lot of games of... I have played lots of games of various different things on stuff like this.
All right, I am joining your game directly.
Yeah.
Maybe. Come on, TTS, it's launching.
It's launching. I sent you an invite directly anyway.
Cool.
A break in the battle like X and No Man's Land, they all had a kickabout. I still wrote that out a second ago.
I'm connecting. There we go, there we are.
So, I can't remember how far you retreated.
Yeah, I think it was like 7.
Let's say it was there. I don't think it makes a big difference to what you're going to do now, so...
Yeah, it's about to right there.
And
yeah.
You may have pivoted about a small amount, I can't remember. I'll let you...
I
think you pivoted so your rear was facing me.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
Actually, what I did is I retreated sideways, and then you're going to Overwatch shot me, is what was happening.
That was it. I was going to Overwatch shot you because you retreated sideways. That was it.
That was definitely it.
Although you can't actually Overwatch a retreat. It's only maneuvers and marches.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting facts.
He said aggressively.
Facts, he said in a shouting manner.
You are doing your...
I'm resolving an area maneuver now.
Yes.
Who are you using your...
iScout opened in... iScout opened
Can you believe I was about to say, who are you using your ultimate on?
Yes. Nice. Oh, it's still being a little fucky for me, but...
That's fine, it should be fine in a second.
Okay. That's where you're going with Arya?
I'm going to go here with Arya, yeah.
Yep. So
I'm actually going to come back slightly.
Sure.
I'm gonna come back to here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there, would one of you guys mind streaming?
It's on the Stath YouTube page.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
Yep, no problem.
Worries. Cool. I'm gonna end there with the area. That'll do.
Okay.
Yep.
Check something. Oh, it is still being wonky. There it goes. Let's see. If I actually look at that again, if I did that. That's clearly a side charge coming in from the bruisers.
Don't know what you mean.
If I do that, I would get rerolls because I scout openings on them and crit blow and precision. Do I want to eat side charges though? Because then you can just easily Catlin horses, retreat with them, and then Catlin onto the bruisers. So even if you do get shot, skirmishers are still in a good spot.
We'll see what his move is.
You
spent a lot of resources here.
Interesting.
I've got options that I can penalise him with. And I've got a lot of options here as well to penalise him with. So we'll see. I don't open swords next round, which means if that is a rising temps,
I don't think I want to eat side charges from multiple angles.
But I actually am more interested in potentially covering letters anyway, because I think that's fine for me to cover letters, and that will give me an assault orders potentially if he does engage. Alternatively, I just take letters to control the game board.
And if I charge,
and I probably roll a weaker token on something. This is really good for me if he makes this particular move.
I go there. I'm eating side charge. All right.
All right.
I think we're going to activate Ario and we're going to side charge the Cavaliers.
You're going to activate Ario. I've got nothing to play on activation, as you know. And you're going to side charge my guys. You're in?
Yep.
You don't get
no rerolls in it. Yeah.
But I do become vulnerable.
Yep. 7 dice on 4. Oh, sorry. 6 dice on 4s.
6 dice. On 4s,
okay. Yes, sir.
3 and 2 autos, so 5?
Yes.
On 3s, because plus or minus 1. Ooh, not good. 3 so far.
We will vulnerable the 2, yeah.
Vulnerable spent. 3, 4.
Okay.
And then a panic at my morale is 6, emboldened 5, flank 6.
Yep.
I pass.
Got it.
I pass.
I take
I
a
heal
wound.
one, and you take one.
Yep.
I'll also play Refuse to Yield. So you become vulnerable.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. That's not what I expected, but I will take it. So I know what you're going to want to do. So the thing is to not let you do the thing you want to do.
Mickey, let me do the thing.
Let me do the thing, bro. Oh.
Oh, did you? I think you were good, right?
Yeah, I passed it.
Yeah, you're good.
Again, I never removed the things.
Yeah. We were in intermission, so you know.
Intermission, yeah. All right. I got a couple of options here. I can ruin your day. I can ruin your day. I can ruin your day.
Or
we'll get this. I can
you
ruin
ruin
your
my day.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Are you gonna ruin my day?
I'm gonna ruin your day.
Yeah.
I am going to take Arya to the horse.
Yeah.
And as they say in French, retreatez-vous, s'il vous plaît. But
okay.
I'll retreat to here.
Okay. I will Piviotos. Oh, so you can get in my flank easily if I do that, which I'm not a fan of.
You aren't actually measuring from the center of the unit there, so.
Okay, so I'm good then. Yeah.
Okay. That?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
That's your turn, silver play.
All right.
Silver play.
Silver play.
Should have done that with Catelyn.
So I have to charge you basically, or I'm going to eat a bunch of 4 up there. I would get.
I don't know if I should have done that with Catelyn or not. If we would have forced a letters play from him, I don't actually want to do that. I want him to force to play the board a little bit more over here. I might use cat later on into the round to control objective zones.
Do I want to charge you and then get side shot?
Left outside.
Shot in the flank a bunch. I don't know if I do that. You can shoot me first because you have. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But I do have to charge you somewhat. All right. We will activate here.
Sure.
And we will do a maneuver to right here.
Maneuver to there? Yep.
Yes.
I'll declare my order.
Okay.
I'll shift back 2 to here.
Yep.
And I will unload into you, I think.
Yep.
Let's go back the 2. Yeah, I'm not within. I could go forward a little bit to get the rerolls. If I do go forward, I have to go there, and that would put me. Yeah, it doesn't actually make a difference. I can't remember if I'd recalled. I can't remember if they're going to be where I need to be. Shit. Go back 2 in a bit. I was. That was about right. Yeah, and then 2 inches back. Do you think that's fair?
Yep.
Happy with that?
Yep.
Cool. Is that you're not pivoting here for the charge? You're ending there, right?
That's my maneuver. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got to be where you end the pivot, so you can't do anything yet.
Oh right. Yeah. So okay, yeah. I'll end the pivot like that. Yeah.
Okay. So now you're doing right. Okay. I will still pivot. I'll shift 2 back anyway, and I'll shoot you. 6 dice.
Yep. Yep.
On 3s.
Yep.
No re-rolling. 6. Sunderings to 6s. Two. So 4.
I block 2. 4.
Panic on a 5, right?
Yes.
You pass.
Good.
And now your activation or your choice of action for the turn.
Do I charge the Cavaliers? That was my plan. But let's see if I was able to get a charge off on these guys. And if I did that. That would be a 9 charge, so a 3-up charge.
Yeah, I'll give you the 3.
It'd be 3 because of the bog, right? Or is it? Oh, am I not? No, I'm 9.
I'm basically imagining I don't know. I don't think I cut your 8-inch because you basically have moved 5 unit. You're basically a move 5 unit. I don't know if I cut your 8-inch.
Okay.
So
are
you saying
you think that'd be it?
That's the. I think it's between those 2 points on the pivot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, should have gone up an extra inch. Yeah. So
that's it's either going to be there, but you'd hit the Tully Cavaliers first, so that's not legal.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be there, but I don't know if you ever make it into contact with an 8-incher.
Okay.
Because it's between that point and that point, I believe.
Right.
This is unfortunately, the vagaries of the turn. But yeah, if you look at that.
Yep.
Zooming right in, that's the 8-inch line. And I'm
Yeah,
not touching
so
the 8-inch line with my blue tray.
It'd be a 4-up then if I wanted to try that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I should have gone up the full right up the bog. Oh well. Okay. Every centimeter
if you want
matters.
to do that, I'll give you the 3 if that's what you were looking to do.
It was, but I also missed that. I mean, that was kind of my bad for not.
I'll let you do the 3 if you want.
Okay.
So there's a charge on the 3. Being very nice there.
I appreciate that.
Now because of this, you deserve me 7 beers.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that. 3 up. Watch be a 2.
3 up.
Hey.
So it actually did matter. I'm being very nice to you.
I do genuinely appreciate that. I will heal the 2 right here.
Yep.
And it's gonna be 7 dice on 4s.
Yes. Wow. I should not have been nice to you.
Yeah.
I really shouldn't have been nice to you. 2, 3 saves, so 7. This is what happens if you're nice to people. Pass the panic.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I needed to make sure I was in 3. So that was thank you.
That's alright. Be nice, lose 7 wounds. I see how it is. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll activate.
I can only imagine the YouTube chat fuming. It's like, you shouldn't have given it to him.
I know. I'll activate Cat.
Yeah.
I'll take the letters. I'll draw 2 cards.
Yep.
I will remove the weakened from my Thunder Cavaliers by putting Cat on them.
Okay.
And I will weaken this unit's skirmishers over here.
Yep.
Your turn.
Okay.
I may have a start of turn.
I do not.
I'll activate my second area.
Okay.
Retreats.
Yep.
6.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go 8. I'll go back to here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll go slow for the forward.
Mm-hmm. So you're all NCU'd out.
Actually come across. I'm going to come this way.
Yep. Makes sense.
6, didn't I? So I can go 12.
You can go anywhere you want. Are they movement 6? I thought they were 5.
I can go 5. You're right. So I can't go 12. I can go back to there, though. Which I'm not going to do. I'm going to come back. To here, I think.
Mm-hmm. About to eat so many lance hits.
I'm going to retreat back to there at the end of the retreat. And then Go that way. So that was my start turn. You may pivot. That was your start turn, sorry. You may pivot.
You have not sentineled yet.
No. Don't be nice, fellows. Don't be nice.
Oh shit! If you have Swift Repo, I can get hit by them still. Okay. You have 4 cards in hand.
So he's
okay.
See what he does here, because I think he's thinking he can weaken 2 units, which he probably can, but he can't stop all the hurt. Let's see.
We'll go there.
See. Sure.
Yep.
It's your activation.
Say that again, sorry.
It's your activation.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hand cramping him this game, so he hasn't drawn much of his deck. We're 2 rounds in, he's seen 6 cards. So he's seen his top 3 and second 3 from 2 rounds. I'm 1 more card ahead of him. But he's played more than I have, so I need to get some of this out of my crappy hand.
Warcry's
going to be really good for me when my Telecavaliers activate. I could also do it when this unit activates.
Okay, we'll activate Peter.
Fair test on this unit. Yep.
Take the crown.
Okay.
You lose the abilities, and you get to weaken someone.
Yep, so both those come off. You just scrap that actually, and you've already got the sand. So see that, so it's just 1 copy of sand. So you go to crown, and I get to weaken somebody. I will weaken your. That's actually very interesting, isn't it? I'm going to weaken your dervishes.
And we will crown zap. Let's see. Think back here.
Crown zap that unit.
Yep.
I believe I'm passing on a decent amount. 6, 5, 4, back to 5, 2 wounds. Well, that's shit, isn't it? Right. Okie dokie. Well, we'll do it now while we've got the opportunity to still do it.
Wasting Peters once per game. Rip.
Not entirely.
Yeah, I mean, I got some value out of it, I think, but like not the ideal value, I think. So.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the Telecavaliers, and when I do so, declare Warcry.
Sure.
Morale test. I pass a healer wound.
Yep.
You're going to become vulnerable onto the Starfall Heart Riders.
Yep.
I'm going to activate my Telecavaliers.
Yep.
I'm going to move 5 to here. And then I'm going to charge you in the front.
Yep.
Bang. Well, my charges have been pretty good this game, not gonna lie.
Yep.
And I'll go to here. 10 dice. With reroll 9.
9.
You're on 8 health.
Okay.
You're saving on
6s. Can I get multiple 6s? No.
No.
Got 1?
I have 8,
Yep.
you're dead.
Yep.
Unbowed, opponent broken comes off.
Yep.
Orange Vengeance.
And then run. Yep.
Comes on.
Okay.
And then again, it's a Surge 4th.
And then you get a point.
And I do get a victory point.
Interesting.
5.
Mm-hmm.
To here.
Yep.
Your turn.
Okay.
Stark's in right now. Starks are so in right now. No, Starks are just because they're bad. It's fun to play things that are bad. You should pass door in here.
I'll activate Doran.
Yep.
Put him over here.
Okay. Mine.
Yep.
I'll activate the Starksworn Swords here.
Yep.
And I will maneuver 5 to here.
Mm-hmm.
I will then pivot to there, like so.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll go there because I can be outside your rock. That's much nicer. Cool. Yours. So the reason this is actually kind of bad is although I've kind of gained the advantage on him, my unit that I really want to keep in the game is quite low. So it makes things difficult, and I don't have an activation advantage on him this turn because I killed an already activated unit. I could have tried to dive through and kill the dervishes, but I think that would have been risky. And killing activated units is not quite the same thing as killing unactivated ones. It gives you an advantage for the next turn, but the next turn, if you're going first anyway in this round, unless it's giving you an activation advantage that round, it's not actually even giving you an advantage in the next round because it still allows your opponent, to set up for the end of play, start of next turn. Yep, go for it. So I'm like a big fan of like pushing and playing a very push related game, but right now my actual best advantage here is retreating. Because I don't want to give him a good opener on round 3. I want his openers to be poor, and he hasn't got much maneuverability left. He's going to march the scan skirmishers and then do a shoot 6. I can't stop that now. So what I have to do is position Brendan in a good position to receive that, and that would be retreating towards my own units.
No.
He could also potentially shoot me in the rear with the...
Oh, shit. Spearless. Oh, no. So I'm just going to go... unlock him.
Hang on. If you go back to there, we went back about 7 inches, right? 7.
Yeah. Yep.
So about there, then pivot. It doesn't really matter. You're doing a maneuver, right? Or you're doing a maneuver?
Yeah, I'm doing a maneuver. Yeah.
Okay, that'll do.
Thanks.
So yeah.
So if I go...
I think he's probably going to open bag 6 swords, so that gives me this play off the bat. He should probably take swords, actually, because he wants to prevent me assault or using, and he also wants to prevent... he wants to control swords because he's used the Peter once per game already. So he should probably open swords next round with the spear lot, so as long as I'm not dead, I can heal. I can also swift repo this unit back, so I can retreat 9. Sorry, 8. No. I can retreat way further than 8 because I can march. Yeah, so I can do quite a cool thing here.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we'll go like there.
Go there? Happy with that, yeah?
I think so.
Cool. Okay, start of my turn, I'm going to declare swift reposition.
Yep.
And I'm going to end 3-inch maneuver there with Brinton Tully. Okay.
Okay.
I'm then going to activate my Golden Company crossbowman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move them 5 to here.
Mm-hmm.
Your activation.
Yep.
That shuffle along with the Crannogman is quite important because it's putting them inside this quadrant. And I still have my order to respond to a shot if he does decide to march, shoot me. But I can also just charge him. Like, he can't realistically get in. You can go move up to 8 inches away, but I can potentially just take a 3+ because I'm going to take the charge anyway. My morale's 4. I don't mind.
Can you see what marching them up 10 would do? I don't think you'd be in my territory, right?
If you marched up
to...
No,
yeah.
nowhere near.
Okay.
So we can kind of slow the game down a little bit now. Commander is, Doran with Allah attachment. Allah in the Dune Vipers, and Doran obviously NCU. Doran NCU Commander.
So we're going to activate here?
Yep.
And we're going to do a maneuver?
Sure. Going to have to go after the Telecavs here. Which isn't too bad. But he's not going to get any more shots off this turn. He goes 2 for 2 this round.
Is that what I want to do?
Slow it down. Slow it.
In order to get within shooting range, I have to get within your auto charge range. I don't like that. And that just opens me up to getting overwatched everywhere. Yeah, I think we're going to activate and do a maneuver and go over 6.
6 that way.
Yeah.
That's over 6.
Oh, whoop.
Boop.
You want to? I'll recall it. Yeah, I'll recall it. Yeah.
Or is it was over 6 or nowhere near 6? It was like I couldn't work out
There's
if
no...
it was like a 5-inch or a 7-inch.
Right.
That you were over, so you got there.
Almost there. Yep, right there.
Yep. That's what you're gonna do.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll activate Brendan Tully.
Mm-hmm.
And I will. I shouldn't be weakened on him. I don't know why I was.
Yeah, I never weakened him.
No. And I will maneuver Brendan Tully.
Mm-hmm.
5 to here.
Yep.
And then I will go to here.
Yep. Outside of 12. Yep.
Yep, outside of 12.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you can take that sword sprite if you want to.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, so we'll activate Ilaria.
Yep.
Yeah, take the swords.
Yep.
Go off the weaken. We'll pop on a weaken.
Weaken there.
And a weaken over here.
Yep. Cool. And that's in the round, and we both score 2.
Yep.
I'll dump 1 card and draw 2 more.
Okay. And I'll get rid of my other sand diplomacy. I drew both. That's why I laughed at the beginning of the round.
Fair.
Well, I had one, and then I just drew immediately the second one. It was great.
That's pretty harsh. You've used or Banish once per game.
I have, yes. Yep. Okay.
Yours. Start turns if you've got any.
No.
Cool.
Okay, I think we will activate Peter.
Yep.
Take the crown.
Yep.
We will. Ooh, do I actually want to? Do I actually want to do Peter right there? Kind of pointless. I could just no. Yeah, we'll Peter on the crown. That's fine. And we will not do a zone replace.
Okay.
And we'll hit the other with a crown.
I take a wound anyway, and then a panic test.
Yep.
Which I pass.
Good.
My turn?
Yep.
I will. I've got to do it. Start a turn, I'll use Peter Baelish's once per game.
Horses.
Taking the horses. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will activate Catelyn.
Yep.
I'll take the swords.
Yep.
Playing assault orders.
Yep.
I will target Catelyn first onto my Tully Cavaliers, removing the weaken token. And then I will declare a charge onto Ereo Hotar, playing Devastating Impact.
Okay. I will place Pure Vision in.
Yep. I get to reroll the charge dice because I took horses.
Yep.
I won't reroll a 6.
You can if you want to.
I don't really want to. Not going to lie to you. So you become double tokened.
Yep. I will play Dune Tactics.
So I lose 2 dice. So roll 8. Just still get the Lance rule. I'll reroll those misses. 5.
5 on 5s.
Oh
my god! What the fuck? I blocked 3.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. Yep. I block 1. Take 4.
Panic on a 6. I will re-roll those 2 red, please.
Yep.
Fail for 2 more.
Yeah. Really need a path. That's like a heal too. All right. You become vulnerable and panicked from Dune Tactics.
I do. Yeah. It is now your turn.
I will activate Ario.
Sure.
Play Parlay.
Yep.
Heal 2. And I will freeze the Cavaliers.
Sure. So they're activated, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. My turn?
Yep.
I'll activate Area. I'll take the bags. I'll heal 3 onto the Tully Cavaliers. And I will remove... So Dune Tactics is gone. I think I'll remove... What do you give? I'll remove the vulnerable. Your turn.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to remove the panicked. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, keep the vulnerable, remove the panicked.
Yep.
That's not too bad. Annoying that I rolled 3 misses into 3 wounds. Take 3 unnecessary wounds there, but hey ho. Not particularly worried about much he's got. He's got no swords control for Ilaria. I'm opening swords next round anyway. I can do a lot of repositioning.
Alright.
He can't kill my my unit over here. So yeah. Happy days. He literally can't kill it. He also gave up tactics board control with the opening.
Let's see here.
Parlay.
We will.
If he takes the tactics boards this turn, it'll be big mistakes. Should probably he's got an option taking horses here.
No, I don't think so. So
Ilaria horses remove the weakened token, but I can just potentially chomp down on Arrowhota.
Well, I could do that.
I don't actually need to though. I can take letters. We should probably take horses to get the shot, and I can take letters and draw more cards and put more tokens out. Which should be another weakened onto the Sandskirms because they'd have just used a movement shoot.
Let's go ahead and.
Ballet's alright. Like it's not that good. Like
I kill Ilaria.
Like this isn't that bad for me. Yeah.
Go on to the horses.
Sure. Oh look, he's doing that thing I said he was going to do. I'll just weaken him on the second shot. So I can weaken him now, and then I can weaken him on the second shot when he's going to use his rerolls and precision.
Oh, I have to go 5. Yep.
You can
I could I can angle it, I think.
You can, yeah.
Let's go like so. Okay, and then we'll remove the weaken.
With, yep.
Ilaria. Yep.
Cool, my turn.
Yep.
I'll activate Victor Baelish.
Yep.
I'll take the letters, I'll draw 2 cards, and I'll weaken that same unit that you just used. It on again. Your turn. So you wasted a 5-point NCU here that could have been zone control for him that he now doesn't have. He's got 2 activations left, he's going to charge me in the front, and he's going to shoot me in the side. Like, yeah. Don't really want to make an attack with this unit. This unit is basically dead because of the ones being wounds. So So I don't really need to do anything. That failed panic test is like annoyingly frustrating. Do I want to run into him and take a big chunk out of his unit potentially? He does get to heal 2 if he passes everything. This probably isn't a good charge for me. But yeah.
Start of turn.
I've got the refused healed anyway off this. Yep. He also has no cards left, so I can do things pretty safely like so. So Brendan is going to march up here.
Ooh, okay. Fuck, I saw refuse to yield. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Do I?
His options aren't good. Like his options really aren't good here, I don't think.
We will start from it. So start of turn. We will scout openings.
Sure, yeah.
And they here?
Yep.
We'll activate.
Yep.
Declare a charge.
Can you see me?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, you can. You can.
I thought I could. Yeah.
Sorry. Just
okay.
checking. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, valid after what happened earlier. So, looks like it'll be a 2-up.
3 up because you move 5. You're basically moving 5. So 3 up.
Yeah.
Could you not? No. You're going for the 3-up charge at that angle, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. 3 up.
Because I don't think I can make it a 2-up. I don't think there's any way. Yeah, there's no way for me to make it a 2-up. So yeah, we'll just go like that way. That way we don't charge block ourselves with the dervishes.
Cool. 3-up charge.
Yeah.
No rerolls or anything.
Nope.
Yep, you're in.
Good.
I assume you want to align. Well, it's up to you.
Let's see, because I'll charge for myself like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That puts me in 8. Ugh, gross. So gross. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, we're already in this stage, so okay. Yeah, I'll go right there.
Yep.
It's gonna be
5 dice. No, 7
6 because I get up on 3s with precision.
7 dice because you got the thingy.
Oh yeah, yep. Hold on some charge. Thank you.
You get to 7. 7 dice on 4s because your melee's attacks are on 4s.
Gang up though, +1 to hit.
+1 to hit and +1 dice, so 8 dice on 3s.
Yeah. Yep.
With reroll and precision.
Yep. And reroll failures.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a weaken everything there, please. It's not a hit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright,
so I take 3 hits and a wound. So 1 wound. Ugh.
Yep.
3 hits on sundering, effectively, or flank, sorry, so just 4s. 2. Do you want to vulnerable it or not?
Yeah, may as well.
Vulnerable to 1.
Good.
Pass. Panic check. My armor, morale is 6, emboldened 5, flank 6, refuse to yield 5. Panic on a 5.
Yep.
I fail for 1. That's annoying.
Okay.
But refuse to yield comes off.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I will activate Brendan Tully and I'll declare a charge into the flank of your unit here.
Absolutely.
I will charge at... This angle's completely fine.
Yep.
And I will also play Devastating Impact when I do so, so I get a reroll on the charge. I believe it's a 4. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you use it once per game. Yep.
4.
Got it.
You become both tokened.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine by me. And I can choose 1 ability and I'll take Criblo.
Sure. Makes sense.
7 dice at Criblo. On 3s. No, lucky knock at the end. So 6, 7, 8. 8 hits.
It hits on 5s.
3 saves are vulnerable, please.
And dead.
7, dead. Splat.
Yep.
I get an VP.
Yep.
And I will surge forth.
Yeah.
4 inches to here. Your turn.
Yep. May as well go for it. So activate, charge the front.
Sure, yeah. In you come.
Good. You've activated so I don't get crit blow.
Yep, we do have natural precision.
Yes, and +1 to hit, +1 dice. So we're on 5 dice on 3s.
5 on 3s. With a reroll.
Yes.
Two. One and a wound. One and a wound. 2 wounds and 2 hits. So 2 wounds,
yep.
2 hits on 3s.
Yep.
Pass.
Damn. Yeah.
Panic.
GG. It was already GG, but
I pass on a 5.
Got it.
Just.
Who's taking the wound?
So I heal 1. And I will do the wound to Area Hota.
Okay.
And I'll play Refuse to Yield, and you both become vulnerable.
Okay. Vulnerable. Yep.
I'll activate this unit here.
Yep.
And I'll march 10.
Yep. And I am at activations.
Yep. And I will activate my Stark Sworn Swords. So let's have a look.
Yep.
I think my Tully Cavaliers are in your quadrant there, I believe.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I give you that.
Cool. In which case, for the memes, I'm going to charge you in the flank with my Stark Sworn Swords.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm really rolling. I rolled a 6 again.
Yeah.
I'll go to here.
Yep.
You get +1 armor. The rerolls are all gone. So.
Yep.
7 on 4s.
Yep. You actually want the crit. You actually want to take wounds here, ironically, I think.
It's that many so far. Do you want to weaken it? It'll be 6 hits.
Yeah, weaken it.
Weaken it.
Me. Yeah.
I assume weakening the misses, the hits.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, 100%.
So 3 hits, and I take 5 back.
Okay. 3 on 4s.
Yeah, +1, -1. And I save 2, so I take 3.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Nope.
2.
Let's take 2.
Panic on a -1, so 6 goes to 7. That's a pass.
We're good.
Heal 2.
Yes.
I did nothing. So you're a 6 and a 9, and I'm a 5 and an 8, so I lose that quadrant, but I earn this quadrant and this quadrant. So 2.
Yep.
1, 2. And I will dump. No, I'll draw 2 cards to keep that in hand.
Yep.
Hilarious.
I'll dump all my cards, which are none, and take draw through.
And we go to round 4.
Yep.
Start of turn. You're not ready for this. Golf remembers on this.
Hell yeah.
And then I will activate Aria.
Okay. I'll pulse agenda.
Ooh, pulse agenda. Nice. Take swords.
Yeah.
And I will smack you. I'll smack you with my Stark Sworn Swords into your flank. 7 dice on 4s.
Yep.
It's a pretty good roll. That's 5 hits.
5 hits on 5s.
I take 3 back.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I missed my trigger. I'm dead. You caught me that.
I take 1.
Yep, I'm dead. I had Dune Tactics in my hand. I just didn't get. Yep. Yep. No, I mean that's on me. So, and we will move Arya over to bags.
I think I'm actually exactly on the spline there.
The spline.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck! I can't believe I missed that Dune Tactics. That would have saved the unit.
Maybe. I
mean, not the game. Definitely not the game, but yeah.
Should have just said.
Should have what? Sorry.
Should have just said, like, I actually thought you played both already. I'm actually.
Oh no, I only played one. Yeah.
If in doubt,
But no,
always interrupt and say, "Look,
no,
I wanted
I
to
mean
play this." So.
it was like I drew my hand and then you attacked and then I looked down at my hand like, oh, I should have played that. I just didn't read my hand basically, so that's on me.
Okay. Right. I think I know your rear there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll go there.
Hey.
Your turn.
Okay. So we will activate Alaria.
Sure.
Swords. Remove the vulnerable. We'll make vulnerable and weaken.
Yep.
And it's going to be 4 dice on 4s with precision and crit blow.
4 6s, here we come.
So 1 wound and 1 hit.
Can kill me.
I can, but it will. Yeah.
That's a
pass.
Vulnerable. That's still a pass. You now can't kill me. My morale is 6, emboldened 5, refused to yield 4.
Mm-hmm.
I passed just on a 4. Heal 1, deal 1.
I become vulnerable, right? From refused to yield.
Yeah.
Yep. And I take a wound?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty.
So, activate Catelyn.
Commence tabling.
I'll take the letters. I'll draw 2 cards. I'll put a weaken token on you.
Yep.
Your turn.
Yep. Okay. Activate Doran.
Mm-hmm.
Crown. We'll crown at these bad.
I take a wound.
These bad boys. Yep.
Why am I rolling 1 dice? All that. 2 dice.
Oh, let's see if I should have done Peter instead. Whatever.
That's going to be a fail, right? Because a 6, 5.
Yep.
Back to 6. So I take a wound and die. You score a victory point. But,
hooray!
Get this.
But
you've activated my infinitely good trap card. The North remembers.
Hell yeah.
Cool. My turn.
Yep.
I'll activate Baelish.
Yep.
No. Hang on. Take the horses and retreat. Or just fucking hit you. I forgot to put Cat down. Sorry. Do you mind if I put it down there?
Yeah, you're fine.
It's obvious.
And I'm assuming you take up the weekend too. Yeah.
Yep. Do I just charge you in the rear? I think I'll probably just charge you in the rear. It's the right thing to do. You're going to June Tactics me, right? But I don't think it matters.
Yeah, so you activate in here and charge in. Yeah, so rising temps. Yeah.
Rising temps. Okay. I'm in. Roll the 6.
Yep.
To hit.
June Tactics. You fool.
You fool. You've activated my June Tactics card. 4 dice.
Yep.
No, there's 1 hit. I'm gonna re-roll those other ones. Oh, do I hit on 3s? I hit on 3s. Fuck it, I re-rolled it anyway.
Yeah.
3 hits. On 6s.
3 hits. Boom. And dead. GG?
GG, indeed.
Oh, yeah, so what I wanted to do, I didn't think, I kind of just wanted to essentially fight over this quadrant, like these right here. And so I wanted to draw the Tolly Cab over here to Ario, and I didn't think I'd take that much damage to Ario at the beginning from the Sworn Swords. And I kind of just wanted to pull it over here and try to take on the Tolly Cav and the Sworn Swords and go from there. Because I thought I could win that fight. And then I could just kind of hold this quadrant with the skirmishers and take on Brendan Tolly if need be. That was the plan from the beginning. And yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Just didn't. I'm trying to think where I messed up.
I think you just gave me a lot on round 1.
Like the open and charge and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just allowed me to charge you. And, and there was no punish. Like if you were positioned on the wall, there's the punish because like the no rerolls, the hits back on me, like it's scary a little bit. But I'm armor 4. There's no negatives to that. Like I'm saving most of the hits I take, so I don't really care that much. I'm also Stark Sworn Swords with Cat in the bank, so I also don't really care that much.
Yeah.
And if you're engaged, you're not charging me, which also means I don't really care that much because your damage output in melee combat is less than mine because I have crit blow and you don't.
Yeah.
So, and we're both like 4+, 6+ at that point. So you're playing on the crit blow for doing the work, and you're playing on the counter strike, and I'm playing on the crit blow.
Right.
And it's probably like it's borderline your favor. The difference is you get the weaken tokens. I don't have them.
Yeah.
But the problem is that your positioning meant that I could gang up the Tully Cavaliers, so you have to invest more resources now getting out of the position. And it was like, I literally said at the end of round 1, I'd done like 2 units, either side of the board had lost a rank. And that wasn't that unlikely to do so. But I also like it just meant that you weren't winning either flank effectively.
Yeah.
And it forced you to have to do something. And you play up the middle, which is fine. But if you play up the middle, I can pressure you in different ways. Like you saw, like you kind of have to bring the dervishes in to protect Area Hota. So I just come and smack you with the Tully Cavaliers with a full frontal charge.
Yeah. Yeah, I think marching up here on the flank was a mistake. I should have just hung out here on the wall with Ario, and that should have just been.
My question to you is: you didn't need to march at that time.
Yeah.
Because the thing that you have is you have a late door and take a zone. If you pass with an NCU and you're going second, you have a late zone take, which allows you to position Ario where you kind of wanted. The problem, I think, was that you chose sides, meaning you deployed first, because you didn't want the stakes.
Right.
Which means you lost swords on the opening round, because I'm happy to just take the swords, removing the stakes. Because it's not a completely dead play, even though I was going to play around the stakes potentially. But it's like, well, that's fine. I remove the terrain, which no longer hampers my movement. You get the 2 extra cards from taking letters. But, like, I don't care because I've got Cat. It's only the 2 cards that you're gaining. And I
drew shit cards.
Yeah, and I looked at my opening hand and was like, are these cards good?
Yeah.
Basically. And then, because it's an 18-inch deployment zone mission, we're starting 12 inches away from each other, roughly speaking. So if you want to push forward on round 1, it's not like the other game modes. You can't push forward on round 1 and expect no retaliation, unlike other game modes where realistically, you march 10, there's very little that's going to attack you on round 1, outside of someone marching up a ranged unit and shooting you, or a charge off the tactics board, right? Later on around, but like, you're not getting attacked round 1 by melee units.
Yep.
But you just gave me an opening lance charge. Because you had to push up, because you'd been aggressive with Doran very early, and that all stems from just saying, you can go first.
Yeah. And I think my mindset at the time was I wanted to draw the Tully Cavaliers in here and kind of try to create some sort of kill box for them.
Yeah. But the terrain doesn't do that. Because you don't get the rerolls from either pieces of terrain. And I'm always going to angle my Tully Cavaliers like slightly angled left or slightly angled right, ideally between the 2 pieces of terrain, so you're only engaging with 1 a unit effectively. And because I'm maneuvering, like, I'm going to look to come and kill. It's actually they're not there to come and kill those units. They're there to then do a late shift across with a 15-inch maneuver behind the bog between the wall, and then go and kill your sand skirmishers. Often assault orders play off the board. Or do that to the Outriders, which is what they eventually did. but you just gave me 3 damage, and you don't have that much healing when you're not Ulla.
Yep.
So 3 damage is just it's sustained damage. I don't have to worry. And what I was saying in the chat as well was I could slow the pace of the game down because I have more wounds on the table than you. Like, if I don't give you that 4-up charge, that 3-up charge, which ends up doing like 7 wounds plus then a failed panic test,
which was bullshit. Yeah, it's just
like all of that doesn't happen. And I'm not saying that that's like right or wrong, but if that literally doesn't happen, I simply have more wounds on the table than you. And if I'm able to kill a unit, you now have to do significant damage to me. Otherwise, I'm just going to control the board space. And admittedly, I end up having to use the second token to rule the crossbowman out of danger.
Sure.
But like, I don't even have to worry that much because I can pick the outriders off. You saw I picked the outriders off.
Yeah.
Because they were in the middle of the board, activated, they couldn't do anything. And then I retreat off, and your sand skirmishers have got swords open on the tactics board, and there is no way for you to take advantage of it effectively.
Yeah.
That is a swords with Ilaria. Like one of the strongest plays in the game right now.
Yeah.
And you couldn't take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Because of the board position. So I didn't care that I gave you swords. I literally was like, I don't care if I give you swords here, because unless you march into me, I am just going to thump you in the face with Brendan. Because you could actually, you don't have to get in auto charge range because you can move to within 8. But if you move to within 8 to shoot me, I can just back off 1/3 of an inch.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really do anything favors for you wise.
So did I need to have the skirmishers more up here then, effectively? Because they were like right back here kind of the whole game.
Yes.
Okay, so I needed to essentially deploy them up here, and that would potentially draw... Go ahead.
I don't know if deploying them further forward would help, because my long-range crossbowmen are kind of designed to keep them and the cavalry at bay.
Yeah.
Because they kind of counter both.
Yeah.
But the problem is if you play them further forward, that's what Tully's there for.
Yep.
Is I can take a hit. On morale 4, the chance of me failing a test is unlikely. And then I can kind of jump in on you, in the hope to kind of pin you down, basically.
Right.
But it's literally just there as a kind of like, you can't just dance around. Because the Kranigman is stopping you dancing, while also actually projecting threat to other parts of the board. The Kranigman literally shot the skirmishers once all game.
Yeah.
They shot the Outriders a second time. They made 2 attacks in 4 rounds. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's their value, is just controlling the entire board, basically. I mean, they only got 4 hits, but I couldn't get in the middle of the board, so...
Yeah, and why couldn't you get in the middle of the board?
Are you asking, like, why I couldn't physically? Like, what? I mean, I did... Well, deployment, I mean... Are you asking from my play or from my deployment? Like, why I couldn't get in the middle of the board?
Like, you struggled to get through the middle of the board, right?
The bog, yeah.
It's the bog.
Well, honestly, it wasn't even the bog that was scaring me. It was legitimately because what I wanted to do with that bog when I placed it is I wanted to kind of have the skirmishers here, kind of controlling the center of the board.
So when
just kind of hang out in them.
If you want the skirmishers in the middle of the board controlling the board, put the skirmishers in the middle of the board controlling the board.
I think with that, I wanted to start there and then migrate over here and then do that. But then when I saw your Golden Company crossbowman going over here, I thought I could keep pressure up on this flank.
Mm-hmm.
I think was my mindset at the time.
So it's interesting because, like, my thought process was, use this tray as my PC.
Yeah.
I deploy something like this at the start of the game, right?
Yeah.
And I'm simply just saying, I've got 2 8-point units in the middle of the board.
Sure.
I've got a 6 and a 5 on either, a 6 on one flank and a 5 on the other. I am playing the middle of the board.
Yeah.
And you kind of, it was noticeable. I kind of went like this, and I kind of drove a wedge into the middle.
Yep.
And you couldn't take advantage of the positioning. And you can't take advantage of the positioning because you've got your most expensive unit on the board over here.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
I always say, if you're paying for something, you need to get value out of it. And it's difficult because value out of something doesn't mean it has to be in combat. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes an effective 7 points spent on a unit that, or specifically actually 6 points spent on a unit that nobody wants to go near, can be perfect for commanding a dominating position and scoring objectives for you, while you that doesn't need that many resources to keep it alive, because your opponent doesn't have counter resources. And then you can focus the remaining cards in your deck and all of your actions into the other things on the board. It's actually one of the things that guardsmen are pretty good at, is if guardsmen are allowed to just sit there and they don't have to pressure, guardsmen are very good at just winning games for you by dint of not having to do much.
I mean, that's the same thing with free folk raiders, right? I mean, they're literally just there to take objectives. So, and another good example is your crossbowmen and your Overwatch. I mean, you didn't get a whole lot of value from the Overwatch, but like their presence was value in of itself, right?
Yes, I'm getting value because it's you don't want to deal with them. I also think you cunning ployed on round 1.
Yeah.
And in this game mode, I just wouldn't do that.
And that's where I probably should have maybe even discarded that, honestly, eventually.
You can probably keep it, but like, it's the problem is what you cunning ployed.
Yeah, see, I kind of employed the Outriders and moved up Ario, I believe.
Yes.
No, it was the Dervishes. It was Ario.
It was specifically you moved up Ario onto the wall.
Yep.
No, sorry, it was after the draw and replace, where you marched into my flank. Yep. You cunning ployed to retreat Ario, because otherwise you were just going to get a fucking cavalier charge into the face.
Yes, that's what I did. Yep.
Yeah. So the actual problem. Well, I'll let you. Why is retreating Dario? Why is Ario there in the first place bad? We've discussed that already, kind of thing. But like, why is spending the activation on the Outriders also very bad?
They're my most mobile piece, and I can get value out of their healing if I hit with them. And so by taking them out of the equation, I'm not getting value out of the Outriders at that point.
You just put a Palisade in the middle of the board for me that isn't activating and doing something useful with a light cavalry unit that can reposition quickly. Yeah. You're not presenting a threat that I have to respect. So I can kind of just go, right, fuck it, well, I'll just move up the crossbowmen now a little bit and I'll start picking off your units. Because the threat isn't there.
Right.
Yep. Because it's a Palisade now.
Yep.
So, and the Dervishes as well, because of the position they were in, there was never going to be an advantageous position they could take that was going to truly benefit your board state outside of blocking Ario's flank. And all that does is present an auto charge to a unit that's, it's arguably your softest unit on the board.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Outriders are a little overall squishy. They have Iron Resolve, which is going to help them out there.
Better morale, but the worse armor. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
The thing is, it's 6 and 2 3s. Why are you spending a 6-point unit to do that when you could just use a 5-point unit to do that?
The Spearman,
Spearman would have done exactly the same job that Dervishes did that game. Pretty much exactly the same way.
Yeah, and I think that I also... This is going to sound bad. I overestimated underestimated how much damage I'd take from the lances. I knew I would take at least a rank. I thought I'd maybe take a rank and a half, and then I could retreat off that and weaken them. But I realized when I wanted to do that, when you're actually engaged, retreating with them wasn't a good thing to do, because then you can just activate and charge the next round.
Yeah, so one of the things I said it was a mistake for you, because that was the last activation of 1. It was a mistake for you to use Swift Retreat, which you didn't, on 2, because you can retreat and weaken.
Yeah.
You do get the reroll, so you could have really fucked off.
Yeah.
But I'm sat there with an Assault Orders in hand. I am 100% catting onto swords.
Yeah.
You then use Sand Diplomacy, because you drew it.
Yes. Yeah. And I already had that one, so I was planning on using it at the top of the round anyways.
Right. Okay.
On swords.
The irony being is that the Sand Diplomacy.
Oh, it wouldn't affect, because you would. Ah, God, yeah.
The Sand Diplomacy was a good way of shutting down the swords play, so you should have Swift Retreated off the first attack.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I made a completely unhindered 6 dice attack on you at the top of 2. You then Swift Retreat weaken me, but I don't care, because I've done the tactics board thing straight away, and I haven't had to walk into the turning off abilities that Catelyn offers.
Yeah.
And even if I kill you on the backswing charge from the Assault Orders through the weakened, I'm now deep into territory. I'm now in a position where you can pick me off with Ario and the Outriders.
Yeah.
So you said you wanted my Tully Cavaliers to fight roughly where my Starks from Swords are right now.
Yeah, like right around here. Yeah.
You have to bring me over there.
Yeah.
I have to kind of fall for bait to go over there. I'm not.
Which you weren't going to do, probably.
But this is the thing. If it's an effective play where I can get a kill and I'm greedy, I might.
Yeah.
But if you know that that's what's going to happen and you're setting up to close the trap with the right resource, someone might take a bait because it's a risk. It's risk taking, right?
Yeah.
Can I do it? Is it worth taking the risk with this piece? What am I going to do in retaliation to that? What are my things that I'm doing? Gone are the days where you can't take risks in this game.
Say that again. You kind of broke up.
This game is balanced enough that you have to take risks in every game.
Yeah.
But some of the risks are very small, and if you're playing certain factions, those risks are incredibly small. As those risks are bigger or smaller based on when you take them in the game. Yesterday we played a game and I took a very big risk with Shaggy, a huge risk.
Right.
It didn't work out for me at all.
Right.
It properly blew up in my face. Today I didn't take a risk.
Yeah. And I guess I took a risk, but I didn't do it properly, effectively, is what you're saying.
Well, what risk did you take?
Effectively moving my guys all up in charge range and just trying to bait you down here, like moving up Ario with the Vipers and then moving up the Dervishes here, trying to draw you in, knowing I would get attacks on me is a risk in itself, I guess.
So the thing is, though, a risk has to come off with a reward. What's the reward of this position here with your Vipers being there? Bearing in mind I'll just copy these.
Yeah, because I think, the Dervishes were right here. Yeah.
Obviously, everything's basically full health.
Sure.
What is the risk of this position here? Because that's basically what the board was. I'm ignoring the other side of the board over here. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I guess at that point. So I think my mindset at this point was I wanted to present Ario as a weakened unit and then retreat. I knew I was going to retreat with the Swarm Swords and then try to bring you down here. So I guess in my mind, the risk was taking a lot of damage to Ario and then kind of trying to retreat back here and having you follow. I think that's where my mindset was.
But if you've taken a lot of damage, why am I going to follow you?
To go for the throat, I guess, and try to go for the kill.
But like, all I need to do, like, because here, bearing in mind this is where the end position is, not quite obviously pivoting everything like that, right?
Right.
Well, I'll just go over here then.
Sure.
Because what you're gonna do? This unit can't go over here.
Right.
This unit can't get over here. This isn't a risk.
Okay. Yep.
You know, I can even do this, which is what I ended up doing. And it's like, well, what are you going to do? Come and face over here. So then my Tully Cavaliers can come over here, kill this, or charge the flank here, or, you know, leave my butt open to this, but I've got the crossbowman here overlooking, helping out, you know.
Yeah.
Where's the actual risk involved for me in responding to your thing? By giving me a charge here. You know, every charge is a risk anyway, because depending on what cards people have and things.
Sure.
But giving this charge here just makes you spend resources, and I don't have to spend a resource to threaten. I can just go, cool, you didn't do anything, bang, you're dead.
Yeah. Okay. No,
whereas you're having to, like, you're not setting up. If this exact same thing was here, as an example, this is a risky as fuck thing for me to charge.
Right.
Because I put myself here.
Yeah.
And now
you have to go over the wall. Yeah, and then I can go. Yeah.
And my Tully Cavaliers like here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I do really want to bring my Tully Cavaliers in here because that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You know, you position that unit there, you position this unit here, and I'm just in a world. But my Tully Cavaliers are dead, right? Whereas doing all of this here
is nothing. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Try and charge me on an 11 or 12 or 13 where you can't reach me?
Right. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I think from my perspective, I was just trying to make Ario weakened bait to draw you down here, and I just didn't like you said. There was no reason for you to, because there's me just taking damage is damage I can't restore. And so even if I retreat, cool, there's no reason for you to go into the trap. I think that's where I miscalculated. Is I thought that having a weakened Ario would be bait in and of itself, and it just wasn't.
The thing is, you also got to think, like, this is what's super interesting is you drop the bog in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
Which is usually very good for objective center board state stuff with something like a Doom Viper unit, right? It's everything you want. Arguably, walls are also your favorite thing. Except we're not playing over the middle of the board. We are.
Yes.
We are playing with the middle of the board as a dominant position, but there isn't anything in the middle of the board. You're playing the flank. There isn't anything there.
Yeah.
Sure, just march to there. I don't care. As long as you can't get behind me and I can't deal with you, I don't give a fuck where you are.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I can match, you know, when it gets towards the end of a round, thinking about zonal controls and stuff like that, that's fine.
I think a better piece of terrain than if I take the bog away, it'd probably just be the werewood then. Because if I was planning on having this fight anyways like this, every time Ario passes a morale test, that's healing, and that's more healing than I'm getting by passing morale tests. And so by having a tree there, I'm more likely to be healing off that. So
it's also healing because you're not failing.
Right.
You're also healing me more because of Dauntless, because of my Tully Cavaliers.
True.
But like, it's still not that good for you with the werewood in the middle, because if you're still playing the flank like you do, like, it's really difficult. You've got to get the value into the units that matter. Whoa, so Brendan's unit's not easy to kill. I'm not going to pretend it is, but it's also not hard to kill. Not really. 5+4+ isn't that good. The Golden Comedy Crossbowmen, when you get in, as you saw, you can do big damage because they're a 5+, like 5+ basically. The Tully Cavaliers are not where you want to be putting your damage. They're by far the hardest thing on the board for you to kill.
Right.
The Sarksworn Swords are a piece of garbage 5-point unit that I had to put in the list to make it a 7 activation list. And I put a steady piece in there that wasn't cutthroats that would just die. But it was a tankier piece that had an element of sustain.
Yeah.
Like, you tried to bait out the 5-point piece that's got the element of sustain. I'm like, cool, I don't give a shit. You're not touching my 6-point unit that's not easy to kill, but also really not hard to kill. And you let my 2 8-point units do most of the heavy lifting. And then by the time the heavy lifting from the 8-point units was done, you're now going, shit, I need to recoup the game. So now you're in panic stations mode because you're trying to take bigger and bigger risks to recoup the game. And it ends with a skirmisher charge into my flank.
Right.
Where I have the tools to just go, cool, I'm going to come and kill you now.
Yeah.
And you had to do that while weakened.
Yep.
And I needed the 4-up charge, but I had to reroll. Yeah. And it was a 0-risk play. What if I fail it? Sure, it's annoying, but I am still right in your flank with a unit that can auto charge you next turn, and I'm probably not taking much damage from a panic test on a 3 because I'd been short range of the Tully Cav. So like it's a literal 0-risk charge.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're having to take bigger and bigger risks.
Yeah. And really, as soon as you killed, what was the person you killed? It was the Outriders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was GG at that point. It was probably GG prior to that, but yeah, like you're saying, I had to take bigger risks to make up the point, because then you can just sit back in your zones and win.
It wasn't GG when I killed the Outriders, because the way that the round structure was working meant that like I wasn't getting a huge advantage from killing the Outriders. They were already activated. We were on equal activations, and I went first. So you're still the same activation number as I am, and you're still going first in the next round.
Yeah.
So you've always got the last activation of the round. You can always do something that's going to be very effective later on into the round. I always can't respond to that thing, and then you can lead up with a good start. The problem was that none of the other units on the board were in a position to take advantage of the advantage that you had. So
okay. Yeah.
Your Doran unit, Arya Hotar had already activated and charged. So he was no longer a threat, and you'd already spent Doran. Or you hadn't spent Doran, but you were probably going to spend Doran because you only had one zone left, and you really wanted to leave Ilaria open to threaten the swords play.
Right.
Otherwise, I just have a lot more freedom. You activate and use the Outriders early, the remaining threat piece that you had that was in an active position, meaning that you had a pass token in the Dervishes. That's all they were going to be that round. 1 rank, piece of garbage unit that's not going to do any damage, right?
Right.
Not when it's facing down activated units. It just doesn't have that much output. At most 7 wounds. Or 8 if you count the gang up.
Sure.
So like it's just not a threat in the same way. And that leaves you with the sand skirmishers, which was the threat piece. But like I was saying, like you were able to activate and move, activate on horses and move the next round, and you still weren't in threat range of anything. So I mean, like,
yeah, and I think part of that I was being very, very cautious, and probably too cautious around the Golden Company that's getting shot. I mean, I needed to pressure them with some unit at some point, because then you're just shooting me and I'm not pressuring you at all, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic. How do you deal with a long range unit?
Yeah.
And the answer is deal with it. I know that sounds like really condescending, but if you don't have a method of dealing with it, that's bearing in mind I've got Overwatch, you're gonna take damage. You can't prevent that, but you're better off taking a risk to take some damage, like you did with the Outriders. So you use the Outriders, you proc the Overwatch, you dive in on a 4+. You take the charge, you do a lot of damage, it pays off for you massively. And then I retreat out and I'm having to spend like the area resource, which I really didn't want to spend the second area at that moment.
Yeah.
But then I also managed to pick up the Swift Repo from the letters when I take it. So I take the risk and go, right, I'm going to leave him the double sand diplomacy zones up, take the letters to try and draw a resource that will help me in this position. And I draw a resource that will help me because I draw a Swift Repo. And all of a sudden I'm like, brilliant. Now Brynden, if I spend the area token to retreat the crossbowman, Brynden can be in the game. Because I can, if you don't threaten Brynden, I can always just turn and charge, or like all of a sudden, into the flank of your Outriders and kill them. If the Tully Cavaliers hadn't done their job. So, like, you had the activation advantage, but because of what you'd done on the board, you couldn't really take advantage of it. So I end up going, right, it's a round 2 into 3 transition, which is usually like your power play. And the last thing you're doing on round 2 is doing a fucking maneuver action. And the first thing you're doing on round 3 is a fucking maneuver action.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really sad pair of actions to do in what should be a power play position. So I'm looking at that, like, the whole sequencing of the round. You may have made decisions up to that point that were, like, okay.
Sure.
But all I had to do was make decisions that weren't terrible for me. And I can take advantage of the fact that you've never got a powerful moment. And I've already had some powerful moments to exert lots of damage.
Yeah, and I tried to create one over here when I side charged the Tully Cavalier with Ario, so I could set up the Dirtfishes and the Outriders to try to gang up on the Tullys. But which I thought that was it. So let's see, I opened up and I sort of turned scout opening these guys, right? The Golden Company Crossbowmen. And then that forced you to spend Aria to move him back.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good play. Was that a good play to do all that? I felt okay getting side charged by the Stark going over a wall, and then I forced the gang up, and I can. Yeah,
but you don't force gang up, right?
If you remain, so effectively, if you remain in contact with me, then I can get the gang off up. But I was trying to force you to, I think, take the horses to back them up,
which I did.
Yeah, and off that, what I forgot what happened after that. That was
charged me with the Outriders.
I charged the Outriders, yeah.
So you did the same 2 plays, but you did them in an order where you spent resources in scout openings and Peter Baelish once per game on swords, then proceeded to not use Ilaria until way later in the round when she was taking swords anyway. So you got 0 value from Baelish. You got 0 value from the scout openings, but you got some value because you forced an Aria token.
Right.
But like, I kind of wanted to Aria anyway. So as soon as you say scout openings, I'm like, yeah, cool, I'm Ariaing straight away. Because I can get a better position. I can threaten those Outriders coming in on the Tully Cav if I want to. I can just go, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to be a bit of a pain.
Sure.
Like, and it also means you can't easily approach my bruisers. Because I can you know what I mean? You're forced over to the left-hand side of the board.
Right. Because if I shoot the bruisers, cool, I take them down a rank, cool, you Catelyn, and then you charge me.
Yeah.
And it's just GG at that point with the skirmishers.
Yeah.
So,
like, there's no good position there, there's no good plays there, but I don't think you're gaining anything from that opening set of plays, apart from using an arrow token. That's your gain. But then the first thing you do is then say, right, and I'll charge you in the flank with Ario Hotar, and that comes off the back of the Swift Retreat position, like the whole discussion around Swift Retreat. on the previous round. So you're leading with this charge.
Yeah.
Is this the top of 3? This is
I think it's
top of 2, isn't it? This is the top of 2.
No, it's top of 3 because I went first, right, in the game.
Yeah, okay. It was top of 3. Yeah, it was top of 3.
Yeah.
So you did you even lead in with a charge with area? Because didn't you parlay?
Yeah. No, I charged. No. That was round 4. That was round 4 when I parlayed with Aria.
We've just gone into round 5, haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Anyway, we'd watch it back anyway. But yeah,
sure,
like, you lead in with the charge. I don't care. I actually don't care.
So why is it you don't care? I mean, I'm being genuine because I thought that I was setting something up.
That was the top of 2, actually. I was going first because I Baelished took Bag's used swords as the first thing to attack to make you retreat.
Right.
And then you charge me in the flank with Aereo. And the reason I don't care is because there's a completely empty tactics board.
Was it empty? I thought there were a couple spaces taken up.
The 2 sand diplomacy spaces on
crowns
and swords.
Yep.
I've Baelished onto Bags.
Yep.
You've now spent your resources to put about an area token. And then you just charge me in the flank. It's like, well, I'll just force. It'll be annoying if you remove a rank. But I am saving on 3s, even if I am vulnerable. You don't have rerolls. You only roll 7 dice. You do get some more. I think you were actually on 5 dice, right, at that point?
It was 5 dice at that point. It was 6. Yeah, it was 6.
So 6 dice with no rerolls on 4s. That's going to be 3 hits. The 3 auto hits. I'm saving on 3s with the vulnerable. You're talking like 3 or 4 wounds. I'm probably passing the panic, although I was unbattlement and broken. But if I pass the panic, I also heal 1, deal 1. Like, that's pretty good for me. Like, I'm not that worried, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not to say I shouldn't be worried, but I'm not that worried. And as soon as you do that, I can just horse out anyway. And it's like, right, cool. Like, I don't care.
Okay. Yeah.
And your area is now sat there as a palisade in the middle of the board, but you've got Doran, but you've already ceded massive advantage to me, because I'm going to take the horses, and I was debating if I did it with Catelyn to remove the weaken token, or Arya, and if I do it with Cat, I actually think you'll be more incentivized to take Ilaria onto the letters at this point, to put a token on my Tele Cavaliers, re-weakening them, or something else. You're also then going to Ilaria, remove a token from any of your units, potentially putting out 2 more because you control swords and you draw more resource. So I want you. I know it sounds mental, but I'm like, I debated over the mistake, and I think it was a mistake afterwards anyway. But like, I take the horses with Arya to retreat, and then you charge in with your outriders, which ended up doing a lot of fucking damage and baiting out more resources. But my immediate response was to take the letters.
Yeah, because then that forces me to take the sand diplomacy zones. Yeah.
Yes. And I don't care about that too much. You don't care about that too much. And it does give you a swords opener, but you haven't got an advantage. You've got no way of utilizing the swords effectively.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry. Like, I've screwed you for resources in terms of cards, and I've put more tokens out myself that I can now take advantage of. That's just, I don't know.
No, I mean, I appreciate the insight. I mean,
this is nearly 3 hours, Jesus.
Yeah, no, we can hop off. Yeah, but
we will do.
Yeah, I had a plan, and like it didn't go to plan, but even when it did, it didn't create the advantages that I thought it was creating, and that was ultimately the issue. And a lot of it stemmed back to this bog right here. If I take out this bog and take away a piece of terrain, like then I am maybe not even incentivized to hang back with the Outriders, and I can threaten the Golden Company up the middle more.
You needed this unit in the game.
Yeah. I thought in my mind I was keeping it in the game by having it in this quadrant and kind of keeping Brendan in check, because I thought I'd pair up okay against Brendan. But yeah, maybe I should have been over here with him, because then I can hold on to this.
The thing is, you do actually pair okay against Brendan. What did you never do?
paired up against Brendan.
You never attacked him once the whole game.
Yeah.
You're definitely not going to beat something that you never attack.
That's fair.
Not in this kind of game with Martells.
Yeah. I think I was just scared to death of hitting him once and taking him down like a rank and a half, and then you Catlining assault orders and just charging and wiping him out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I didn't really make the effort to bring him in. I thought in my mind I was keeping them in the game, but I really wasn't in retrospect. So.
Fair. Well, good game, man.
Yeah, man, you too. Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching.
And I sent over the result on stats. Oh, you already got it. Cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have a good rest of your night. Thanks for the game.
Thanks for the game, man. And best of luck.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks
Bye.
for watching, guys. And we'll call it there. Cheers.